Hello everyone, welcome to Tungal online classes. Let us continue our discussion on continuity of the function. Next concept, continuity of algebra of functions. Continuity of algebra of functions. Continuity of algebra of functions. Already you know algebra of functions. Algebra means addition of functions, subtraction, multiplication and division. Algebra functions. Now let us discuss continuity of algebra functions. If f and g be any two functions if f and g be any two functions continuous at x equal to a. If f and g be any two functions continuous at x equal to a, then prove that f plus g also continuous at x equal to a. If f and g are continuous functions, then clearly their algebra is continuous. Means their addition, subtraction, multiplication and division and scalar multiplication all are continuous. Proof. To conclude f plus g is continuous, we need to prove left hand limit, right hand limit at x equal to a and functional value, right? F plus g, algebra of the function, I will take it as capital F of x, that is f of x plus g of x. This algebra I will take it as capital F of x. Now just prove capital F of x is continuous at x equal to a. Capital F of x is continuous at x equal to a means f of x plus g of x is continuous. Already what they have given is function f and g are continuous functions. F and g are already continuous. For this function, evaluate left hand limit. LHL equal to limit extending to a minus capital F of x. Then limit extending to a minus, what is our capital F of x? Capital F of x means small f of x plus g of x. Now apply limit. Then we get f of a plus g of a, right? On applying limit, we get f of a plus g of a. This is our left hand limit. This is LHL. Then evaluate right hand limit, that is RHL at x equal to a, that is limit extending to a plus, first take in general function capital F of x, after that limit extending to a plus, what is our capital F of x? This is our capital F of x. Let us take capital F of x equal to f of x plus g of x, that is f of x plus g of x. Now apply limit, then it will be f of a plus g of a. Similarly, evaluate functional value. that is capital F of A is equal to small f of A plus small g of A. Now look at left hand limit value, right hand limit value and functional value for capital F of X. Means left hand limit is f of A plus g of A, right hand limit f of A plus g of A, functional value f of A plus g of A. Means function capital F of X is continuous at x equal to A. Why? Because f of X and g of X are already continuous. Clearly LHL equal to RHL is equal to f of A. Sorry, not small f of A, it is capital F of A. LHL equal to RHL equal to capital F of A. Means this function f of x plus g of x is continuous. Therefore, f of x plus g of x is continuous. Continuous at x equal to A. In the same way, you can prove f and g are continuous functions at x equal to A, then their difference is continuous. Remember, once f and g are continuous functions, then their algebra is continuous. Their algebra means addition, subtraction and multiplication, division and scalar multiplication. All are continuous functions, right? Similarly, next one, if f and g be any two functions continuous at x equal to A, prove that f minus g is f plus g is also continuous at x equal to A. Same thing only, take capital F of x as f of x minus g of x. Then here capital F of x only. Then replace it as negative sign, this is negative sign, here also same thing, negative, this is negative and here also negative. Again LHL equal to RHL equal to capital F of A, therefore f minus g is continuous. Similarly, you can prove f into g, same thing only, instead of negative sign just replace multiplication. In the same way, prove their product is continuous. Means if f and g be any two functions continuous at x equal to A, then prove that f into g is continuous, right? Triversal. Remember one thing, once function is continuous, once f and g are continuous functions, then their algebra is continuous. If f and g be any two functions continuous at x equal to A, then just remember these results. Then first one, f plus g is continuous, means their algebra. Second one, f minus g is continuous. Third one, f into g is continuous. And fourth one, f divided by g is continuous. F by g is continuous, necessarily g is not equal to 0, means g of x should not be 0, denominator not equal to 0. And fifth one, k into f of x is continuous. Means if f and g are continuous, then their algebra is continuous. F plus g is continuous, f minus g is continuous, f into g is continuous, f by g is continuous. Scalar multiplication of a function is also continuous. K into f of x is continuous. But converse is not true. Means if algebra is continuous, then f and z need not to be continuous. Converse is not true. Means take it as one point. If f plus g is continuous at x equal to a, then f and z need not to be continuous at x equal to a. Reverse statement is not possible, right? If f and z are continuous functions, then their algebra is continuous. Suppose algebra is continuous, then individually may or may not be continuous. F plus z is continuous at x equal to a, then f and z need not to be continuous at x equal to a. Algebra continuous, but individually may or may not be continuous. We can't say whether f and z are continuous or not once algebra is continuous. And similarly their difference may or may not be. This is first point. If f and z are continuous, same sentence you have to write. If f minus z is continuous, if f minus z is continuous at x equal to a, then f and z, again same sentence only, f and z need not to be continuous at x equal to a. Third sentence, if f into z is continuous, means f into z, product of two functions is continuous at x equal to a, then f and z need not to be continuous at x equal to a. Then similarly quotient, if f divided by z is continuous at x equal to a, then f and z need not to be continuous at x equal to a, and necessarily g of x should not be 0. Denominator function should not be 0. Once f and g are continuous, then their algebra is continuous. Suppose algebra is continuous, then individually they may or may not be continuous, right? F minus z is continuous, then f and z need not to be continuous, may or may not be continuous. Sometimes they are continuous, some other times not continuous. Next, show that constant function is continuous everywhere. Show that constant function is continuous everywhere. show that constant function is continuous everywhere. Everywhere means for all the real numbers. Everywhere in the sense all the real numbers. Already you know about constant function. First define one constant function, that is f of x equal to k. Show that f of x equal to k is continuous. Particular point they have not given. Particular point is not given. At what point this function is continuous? Everywhere means it is continuous for all the real numbers. F of x equal to k means it is a constant function, is continuous everywhere means take any one of the real number. Let us take a be any real number. For this function evaluate left hand limit, right hand limit and functional value at this point. Left hand limit is equal to limit extending to a minus f of x and limit extending to a minus what is our f of x? F of x is k only and limit of any constant is a constant. Left hand limit value k. Evaluate right hand limit RHL equal to limit extending to a plus f of x. Then limit extending to a plus what is our f of x? Again for all LHL, RHL and functional value same function only, and limit of any constant is a constant. And what is f of a? F of a is also k. Left hand limit equal to right hand limit equal to functional value. Therefore constant function is continuous everywhere. Constant function is continuous everywhere in the sense all the real numbers, right? Next, show that every polynomial is continuous. Show that every polynomial is continuous everywhere. Every polynomial is continuous everywhere. Already you know that polynomial function or polynomials everywhere means all the real numbers, right? Every polynomial. What is definition of polynomial? F of x equal to ax plus b. Any linear expression is polynomial of degree 1, and f of x equal to ax square plus bx plus c. It is quadratic polynomial. F of x equal to ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. It is cubic and so on. These are polynomials. Every polynomial is continuous everywhere. Continuous everywhere means for all the real numbers. Let a be any real number, because polynomial is continuous for all the numbers. So I will take in general number a. Now take polynomial function f of x equal to a naught plus a1x plus a2x square plus and so on plus an x power n for all n should be any non-negative integer. Non-negative means all the positive integers including 0 or all the natural numbers including 0, and any ai should be belongs to real numbers, means these coefficients are real numbers. Coefficients should be real numbers and power should be any non-negative integer. Non-negative means z plus, z subscript plus means all positive integers including 0. Power should be non-negative integers and coefficients in generally ai means either a0, a1, a2, a3 all are real numbers. This is a polynomial. Now for this polynomial function evaluate left hand limit, right hand limit and functional value extending to a minus. Directly I will replace this function, or else you can write in general function. Then extending to a minus, what is f of x? a0 plus a1x plus a2x square plus and so on plus an x power n. Now apply limit, then a0 is independent of x, it will be a0 only, plus a1 into a plus a2 into a square plus and so on an into a power n. This is left hand limit. Then evaluate right hand limit, that is limit extending to a plus in general function f of x. Then replace our f of x extending to a plus, what is f of x? F of x is a polynomial, that is a0 plus a1x plus a2x square plus and so on plus an x power n. And apply limit, then it will be a0 plus a1a plus a2a plus a3a plus and so on an a power n. Just put x value a, this is independent of x only, so a0. Then a1 as it is because it is a constant, replace x as a, then it will be a2a, sorry it is a2a square, it is a3a cube and so on. And similarly functional value, now evaluate f of a. F of a is equal to a0 plus a1a plus a2a square plus a3a cube plus and so on an a power n. Left hand limit expression, right hand limit expression and functional value expressions all are equal. Left hand limit equal to right hand limit equal to functional value, therefore f is continuous. F in the sense polynomial is continuous. Continuous for all a belongs to any real number, means for all the real numbers, means polynomial is continuous. Just remember this result, every polynomial is continuous for all the real numbers and constant function is continuous for all the real numbers. Next, and every trigonometric functions, all the trigonometric functions are continuous in their domain. All trigonometric functions, sin x, cos x, tan x, secant, cosecant and cot, all the trigonometric functions are continuous in their domains. What is domain of sin x? All real numbers. Prove that f of x equal to sin x is continuous continuous. Show that f of x equal to sin x is continuous everywhere, or prove that sin x is continuous for all the real numbers. Everywhere means all the real numbers, right? Same procedure only. F of x equal to sin x is continuous everywhere. Let us take a be any point in its domain, small a or any one of the point. You can take either c or x or any. I will take a or you can take c. Small a be any point in its domain. Already we know that domain of sin x is all real numbers. If you don't know domain of sin x, then what you do is just take let a belongs to domain of f. Simply write this. If you don't know domain of trigonometric functions, then instead of writing all real numbers, take a belongs to domain of that function. Both are correct only. We know that domain of sin x is all real numbers, so I took all real numbers. Instead of taking a belongs to r, you can take a belongs to domain of that function. Then evaluate left hand limit, right hand limit and functional value. Left hand limit, right hand limit and functional value for this function. Instead of taking a belongs to r, in this case domain of sin x is all real numbers, so take r, and domain of cos x is also r, but domain of tan x is not r, right? Domain of tan x is not real numbers. Limit extending to a minus f of x, then limit extending to a minus what is our f of x, sin x, that's equal to sin a. Similarly evaluate right hand limit for sin x extending to a plus f of x, then limit extending to a minus plus what is our f of x, that is sin x. Now put x value a, then it will be sin a. Then similarly what is f of a? F of a is equal to sin a. Left hand limit equal to sin a, right hand limit equal to sin a, functional value. So LHL equal to RHL equal to functional value f of a. Therefore f is continuous means sin x is continuous. And remember, all trigonometric functions are continuous in their domains, or any function is continuous in its domain only, not only trigonometric functions. All the functions are continuous, but trigonometric functions are compulsory continuous. Then remaining functions may or may not be continuous, but all trigonometric functions are continuous in their domains, right? Similarly prove cos x, tan x, cot x, secant x and so on. Same way only. Instead of sin x, take cos x, tan x, but take point in its domain. Take any one of the point in its domain and evaluate left hand limit, right hand limit and functional value. Take any one of the point in its domain. Either right a belongs to domain of f, or particularly belongs to all real numbers, right? Prove remaining trigonometric functions. Okay, with this I will stop today's class. Thank you.